Hey YouTubers, this is Rage Quit Girl here. I normally don't do videos like this, but since I'm unsuccessfully at this point, but aspiring to be a YouTuber, I figured that this kind of was up my alley. But Matt Pat, aka the game theorist / film theorist, posted something to Game Theory today, or yesterday I believe it was, that kind of hits home and makes me think about stuff. Basically, the title of the video was Leave PewtiePie Alone, and as hilarious as that title was, the content in the video was actually pretty serious. He's basically talking, if you haven't seen it, go check it out, go to GameTheorist.com, go to GameTheorist / YouTube or whatever. Anyway, he actually was talking about how the media basically belittles and portrays the YouTube community. And that's something that I hadn't thought about before, but is really starting to become more and more prominent. I'm sure a lot of you have heard about the Jimmy Kimmel stuff and, a lot of different things. Like, apparently PewtiePie was on the cover of a vanity, and, like, instead of every other cover that they've done for every other normal star or person that makes it on there, they put a giant X over his likeness. And that's kind of, it's a little weird, guys. I mean, you really think that we wouldn't notice something like that? Or, of course, they probably thought people would notice it. They just, don't care or trying to belittle us. But you know what? It's even more than that. And game theorists went over this as well. They're not just trying to belittle us because they don't like us. They're trying to belittle us because we are the new media that's coming out. A lot of people younger in age are saying, fuck you, cable. I'm not paying your ridiculous ass prices just to watch HBO every once in a while. I mean, the shows on television are just getting ridiculous now. I mean, seriously, have you seen some of the new lineups? The, children's shows are the only things that are getting more decent, which is a good thing because I actually have kids and I'm not constantly hunting for stuff that I would deem as appropriate for them to watch. And when I say appropriate, I mean not completely mind-numbing and ridiculous. I remember back in the day when I was a kid, when SpongeBob first came out, I was like, this show is stupid. It's totally stupid and has absolutely no plot line or anything. And I would never let my children watch this. Nowadays, after some of the other stuff I've seen, the terrible examples that some new Disney shows and Cartoon Network shows show, I mean, seriously, SpongeBob is like a godsend. It's getting ridiculous. Anyway, stuff like Adventure Time and Steven Universe, things like that, they are very much what we need again to get back to good television, or even better television than we had as kids, my generation. So thank you for all the creators of things like that. Yay, doing a good job. Keep it up. But back to my main point, because I tend to ramble. Basically, they're not wanting us because we're popular, and they belittle us because we lash back at them and then get them more views, the views that they're not getting because their television is shitty. So maybe we should just chill it out for a little while and try not to, provoke so much. I mean, eventually it's gonna die down and they're going to have to accept us as a media thing. And I know that some of us have aspire to be on television since a younger age and stuff. And I've noticed a lot of people who were prominent YouTubers and had a lot of things going on with YouTube have transitioned or are trying to transition to television. And it's not always a good thing. It doesn't always go well. And I would like to say, I mean, their stuff is so good on YouTube, and it's essentially the same things that they've done on YouTube that made them so famous that they're doing on their shows, but the shows sometimes don't end up as good or as popular. And I think it's sabotage, to be 100% honest. I think they're luring YouTube personalities out from like YouTube and saying, come to us, we will give you a contract and we will put you on live air just like you dreamed when you were 5 years old or whatever the hell. And people are saying, yes, please, this is exactly what I want. But it's not. And they're tricking you. And you need to be careful about that. Because in the end, what does it matter if you're a YouTube personality or if you're a television personality? Because fame is fame. Everything is on Twitter and Facebook and like Tumblr and shit now anyway. So what does it matter if you're being talked about at all? You're being talked about there. And it doesn't matter if you're on television being talked about it or you're on YouTube being talked on about it. But that's basically where it's come down to. And I kind of feel like the people who run those prominent networks like, you know, Fox and HBO and all that stuff, they are very much threatened by this. But they're going to have to get over it and either get with the program and start live streaming for one, or like, you know, giving streaming services to all of their television services, just kind of transition over a little bit, or just die in the dust, I guess. You know, your time is over, scoot over, that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't want a whole bunch of people to lose their jobs, but, you know, times change, factories close, the entire earth is not going to cease to exist if Fox 21 does not, you know, doesn't exist anymore. So that's what I have to say. All the YouTubers out there, I hope that you do amazing things. I hope you all get the revenue that you deserve, and I hope that you love what you do just as much as I would like to do it. And maybe when I get into a better place in my life, I can actually start making money doing stuff like that, or just do it as a hobby because I want to. Either way, everybody I hope gets what they deserve, and I hope everything does well. Peace out.